gentlemen, welcome back. And now it's time for the nation's sharpest opinion. And we know that the biggest story of the week, on which we have rolling coverage, our crews already there in New York and in Washington, D.C., is going to be Prime Minister Narendra Modi's 4-day visit, an extensive 4-day visit to the United States of America. This is a truly all-encompassing visit. And the idea is not just to entrench, deepen India-America relationships. It's a huge outreach globally. It's being talked about. And the interesting thing about this visit is that America has more at stake in this visit than India. And the most interesting aspect, which I wanted to speak about on the nation's sharpest opinion this evening, is this. There is no major nation in the world, I repeat, no major nation in the world which has this level and intensity of relationship simultaneously with both Russia and America. It's an impossibility in terms of a diplomatic feat. And it is something which people saw as absolutely unbelievable. In fact, I remember the commentariat at that point of time when we said, no, we will look at national interest, we will continue to deal with Moscow, said, oh, you're going to be a global pariah. America is now going to talk to you again. The NATO will boycott you, European Union will not let you set foot on their soil, etc., etc. You know, the usual things which the commentariats speak about. Because the problem with the commentariat, ladies and gentlemen, they look at everything from a theoretical perspective. They do not understand the reality. And the reality is that commerce and economics and economic types and business relationships determine both geostrategy, defense ties, and diplomatic relations. You don't establish relations like Manmohan Singh obsequiously went to the America. And I know the congressmen hate me for saying this, and the Latvian media doesn't like it, and the conventional geostrategic analysts hate it and say, Arnab, why are you rubbing it in? But I felt it was not me. I felt it was Manmohan Singh who disgraced India when he went and stood before George W. Bush and said, most unseemingly, he said, Mr. Bush, the people of India love you. Well, Dr. Manmohan Singh, the people of India don't love you for insulting us like that as a nation. For today, the reality is that the same leader who was spoken about in the terms and said, here is a person who America won't talk with, is going to America as the first non-NATO ally to be offered Predator drones. That's huge. We are not part of a formal defense arrangement. We are the first non-NATO partner to be offered these Predator drones. That is a sign of growing trust. Now you can also say, no, it's not trust. It is the compulsion of America to do business with India. Well, in that sense too, it is Modi's success that he is negotiating and bringing America to negotiate on our terms. That is incredible. It's wonderful. It's magic. So when I say Modi magic in America, don't get me wrong, I'm not just talking about the thousands and hundreds of thousands of people who will be there when he speaks to them, etc. I am talking about the fact that India has been designated as a major defense partner by the USA while we continue to be working on every possible spectrum, defense and otherwise, and continue to be one of the largest buyers of Russian oil. That is reality. Ladies and gentlemen, ask anyone today what is the biggest part of this outreach. The fact is that today India and US have signed the roadmap for defense industrial cooperation, which will relaunch a process that will connect the national security innovation ecosystems to R&D, which means we don't have to do what China did, steal their defense systems, bring down their spyware, and then do reverse engineering on it. What we are doing is that we are getting a deal like the General Electric HAL deal for 80% transfer of jet engines. This is bringing technology to India. This is bringing technological prowess to India on Indian soil, on Indian terms. We should be proud of that. And all the people out there who talk about, ladies and gentlemen, you don't do foreign policy by going and sitting on a truck from Washington to New York and doing drama. I'm really sorry. That is not respected. You don't do foreign policy by going on to a foreign capital and supporting an alleged spy who stole India's defense secrets. Maybe he gave it to the CIA, and you go to American soil and you support the spy. That's bad. That's anti-national. what is happening today, ladies and gentlemen, is that America has become the largest trading partner of India with these dynamics. Apple is opening stores, critical technologies are being transferred to India on a daily basis. US has become the third largest FDI investor in India in 2023 alone. And all this is happening while Russia has become the largest oil supplier to India. And while Russia is praising India's approach on the Ukraine war, and Biden is hugging Modi at the G7, like it or not, hashtag Modi Magic in USA, Modi is doing something incredibly right.